Let me tell you a tale of a planet where machines hum secrets, the desert whispers dares, and adventures tend to arrive wearing trouble like a badge. This is Madane, and it doesn't care if you're ready. Hold your breath. We're going in. The northern hemisphere is mostly ocean, mostly angry. The south is what you'd call inhabitable, if you're feeling generous. Between them lies the Great Barrier, a jagged line across the equator like the planet tried to draw a mustache and sneezed. It crackles with magnetism, bends gravity, and generally disagrees with physics, cartographers, and good manners. South of the Great Barrier lies Madane Grand, a city formed of 3 distinct districts, now home to 4 million souls and twice as many secrets. This city was built on 2 things, opportunism and ruthenium. The first lured them here. The second gave them something worth fighting for, or killing for, depending on the day. District 1, Greenport, began life as Camp 1, a mining outpost slapped together by pirates who never intended to stay. But stay they did. Prefab shelters grew roots, roots grew towers, towers leaned like drunk philosophers, lashed together with salvage beams and questionable hope. Each generation stacked its struggle on the one before. At the center of it all, the spurt hole, a sacred spitting spring pumping life from beneath the Great Barrier. It pulses with Ganya's orbit, overflows in the rainy season, and vanishes like a promise in the dry. Mystics still watch the spurt hole, but now deep beneath the dust and reverence it runs on something newer. Something built downriver. Downriver lies Radunia, where chaos tidies up and puts on a lab coat. Here the Vapomancers rule. Engineers descended from the missing pirate king Radok, who believed steam was sacred and logic was negotiable. They build what works, machines that think, systems that breathe. They even build for others, though you'll pay extra if you breathe near a pressure valve. And deep in their vaults, more tech than sense, more secrets than sleep. Among their creations, the Quantum Harvester, Mark IV, part steam engine, part philosophical crisis. It drills, it refines, it shelters, it hums. It's AI-guided, fusion-powered, and definitely gives off a haunted vibe. It was made to withstand anything, including the judgmental stares of lesser machines. But now, the wind howls wrong, the static hums, the sky turns colors no sky should wear. Mining suspended, prayers optional. District 3 isn't furthest from the spurt hole by coincidence. It's furthest because someone made sure it stayed that way. They call it Endursity, not because it thrives, but because it refuses to collapse. It's home to the 100 tribes, a mosaic of cultures stitched together by dust, desperation, and an uncanny ability to survive everything but mercy. Water barrels line the alleys like weary sentinels. Rations are measured in drops. Hunger moves like smoke, quiet, choking and ready to burn. Water is power. And power here never trickles down without a fight. Beyond the city, the desert doesn't announce itself. It just arrives, hot, dry, unapologetic. The kind of place where maps fade and optimism packs a shovel. Thar Station, 5,000 kilometers south, at the end of the rail line, where dreams go to sweat and electronics go to die. Less a settlement, more a pile of scaffolding held together by grit, heat, and the sound of construction swearing at itself. Thar is the last place tech still listens. Beyond it, machines begin to misbehave. Even the desert stops playing by the rules. Navigation stutters, drones vanish, and sometimes the sand decides you're not worth letting go. Still, skidders fly toward way station. For those who dare, it's a gamble. You might disappear into static, or walk the last kilometers on foot, because no one ever comes back to pick you up. Where the sand ends, the sunraiser begins, a serrated mountain ridge gleaming like a blade, polished by time and far too much intent. At dusk, it glows like a warning of things that prowl in the dark. The sunraiser is the start of the half-moon range, a sickle-shaped spine of glittering peaks sharp as regret and twice as moody. Near its northern curve, high atop Rudravara Peak, sits the way station, a mountain with too many sides and not nearly enough mercy. Spirals of gray stone, shrines that sing in the wind, and steam-warmed bridges curling through overhanging gardens. Beyond Way Station lies Full Moon Mountain, taller, older, and hidden beneath a veil of storm and silence. It watches the world from beneath the tidal-locked moon, and somewhere, deep within its shadow, waits a mystery that refuses to be forgotten. I'll be back soon,